Hello, everybody. My name is Charles Ogletree. I'm the Jesse Clemenco Professor of Law at Harvard Law School, and I'm the founding and executive director of the Charles Hamilton Houston Institute for Race and Justice at Harvard Law School. That's an important determination of what I am today, but it doesn't tell you what I am in total. I'm a graduate of Stanford University, of Harvard Law School. Now I teach at Harvard Law School. But I come from a family where no one had gone to college, no one had finished high school, and no one had any chances or hope of succeeding. And I was a test, that is, could someone, with someone nurturing and showing love and support, make it through the educational system, finish high school, finish college, go on to graduate school, and become a productive member of society. And I am grateful not just to my parents who didn't have a high school education, but to my community that lifted me up. And I'm grateful that I've had the opportunity for the last 15 years to meet an exceptional person and to participate in an exceptional organization. That person is Earl Martin Phelan, one of my students at Harvard Law School in the 1990s. And that organization is BAIL, Building Educated Leaders for Life. Let me tell you about BAIL and let me tell you about Earl. Earl, first of all, was a student who graduated from Yale University. He graduated from Harvard Law School. He had the power to do anything in his life, to become a corporate lawyer, to make a lot of money. But he told me when he was here at Harvard, Professor Ogletree, I'm not going to be a lawyer to make a lot of money. I want to spend my time helping the next generation of children become educated and empowered. I hear a lot of students come to me with a lot of ideas that sound interesting but unrealistic. And I told Earl in 1991, quite candidly, Earl, when you get serious, come back and see me. Well, he came back the next year. He said, I am serious. I want to use every talent and skill and bit of creativity and energy to help the next generation of young people. And he helped create BAIL. And BAIL is named after a mentor of both of ours, Professor Derek Bell, who was and reflects what social justice and equality real means. Derek Bell was a civil rights lawyer. He taught at Harvard Law School, the first African-American law professor ever to do so. He now teaches at NYU University in New York, and he mentored all of us. And so we built this organization with him as a reminder, a man of great sacrifice and commitment to social justice, and as an organization of commitment that we're building educated leaders for life, not for today or tomorrow or next week or next year, but for life. And we did that by coming in 1992, when Earl asked me to serve as his inaugural chairman of the board, by going to one school and teaching one group of students about after-school programs. And we then began to go from one school to one school district, to one neighborhood, to one city. And we look back on this 15-year celebration, and we have over 12,000 scholars. Those of you there in Baltimore, in Washington, D.C., in New York, in Boston, you are products of our incredible effort to make a difference. And we love each and every one of you. We also are committed to the fact that BAIL has been something special. President Clinton recognized it as one of the most important things going on in education when he was president of the United States in the 1990s. We know it's important because we've gone from a small impact in Boston to a larger impact in New York to a broader impact throughout the Northeast. We know it's important as well because at the same time we were recognized by President Clinton, my former student and a classmate of Earl Martin Phelan's, Senator Barack Obama introduced the Step Up legislation designed to put $100 million into efforts like BAIL to educate our scholars of the future. We also know it's important because we've gone from an after-school program in schools around the country to now a summer school program. And it shows that our scholars who are in summer school do better than children who aren't in any school, and they have a dramatic difference in their learning capacity. They improve by 6 months by spending time in our summer program, while other students lose the quality of educational rigor when they're not in school and not in a rigorous program like BAIL. It makes a difference. And how do we know? Every single one of our original graduates, 100%, went on to college. That's a sign of success. And you know, every single one of you, every single one of those who mentor you, are clear that you also can be part of that realm of people who leave these cities and go on and defy the data, defy the odds, defy the analysis, and become productive members of our society as doctors, lawyers, teachers, entrepreneurs, nurses, a litany of careers that you might want to pursue, and there's nothing that should stop you from doing whatever you want to do. And let me say a word finally about Earl Martin Phelan. As many of you know, Earl was adopted by a white family when he was an infant. It didn't stop him from fighting to be as good as he could be. He didn't let his race or his poverty or his lack of family become an excuse or a justification to not be a leader. And he's used that commitment, that raw and true grit, to make a difference in the lives of literally thousands of scholars around the country. And I'm so proud that we can celebrate today. Many people thought we wouldn't survive a month or a year or 5 years or 10 years, and no one ever imagined we'd be here 15 years later celebrating what Bail has accomplished in America. It is an important and significant and worthwhile endeavor, and we do it because of love for the young people throughout America. We don't believe that anyone should be determined a failure by their zip code. We don't believe that anyone should not be able to strive beyond what their parents have been able to achieve. We don't believe that one child should be sacrificed, not a single one. Everyone has to be educated, given an opportunity, and that's what we do. So we salute you today, and you will be joining, if you continue your effort, the Bail legends, those scholars in schools throughout New England who, over the past 5 years, have been rewarded for their success. As you can see from this amazing photograph, the Red Sox scholars, this is a group of 25 young people in our community. And these young people are fifth graders. And the Boston Red Sox have said, you know what? We're going to give each one of you who are going to school, who are learning, who are studying, and who are committed to excellence, a $5,000 scholarship for college. But they changed it. Now they say it's a $10,000 scholarship. And each one of these young people, when they leave the fifth grade and the sixth grade and make it to graduation in high school, they will then become college students because it's already being paid for because of what they've done. As we look back on these 15 years, there are times when we wonder if we can make payroll. We never had a home in one office. We had to borrow space. We never thought we'd have a staff like the exceptionally qualified and talented and gifted and creative people who are working today. We never thought we'd have those mentors who are teaching in classrooms and making sure that our scholars can survive and thrive. We never thought we'd have scholars like you still interested with all the distractions, all the difficulties, all the interruptions, still fighting to get an equal opportunity to survive. So as we sit here in November 2007, you should celebrate. You should give a cheer for Bail. You should applaud your success. You should feel happy that with everything that's going around with drugs, with crime, with gangs, with dropout rates in elementary schools, with so many distractions, with kids who are hungry, who don't have family support, who don't have health care, you know what? You still have joy that someone loves you, someone cares about you, someone's willing to sacrifice for you, and you're going to stand on our shoulders and reach as high as you can to become a leader. And that's not just a leader, but a better educated leader for life. And when you do that, you'll get up in those important high ranks in society, but you also make sure that you lift your hand back down as you climb to bring the next generation of Bail scholars with you. Our work isn't done yet. You are our prize today, but you must continue the mission, continue the legacy. You must continue to make Bail the most important, the most successful, the most admired, the most energetic, and the most blessed organization dedicated to one thing, educating all children of all races, ethnicities, and religions, and points of view throughout the world, so that we can say Bail is not just building educated leaders for life, but building better, bolder, stronger, and more outrageously talented and gifted leaders for life. Congratulations on 15 years, Bail. Let's celebrate. Let's remember this moment. And let's never forget that it's not just us who are part of it, but we're reaching down to make sure our nieces and nephews, our children and grandchildren, everybody else will join the parade and celebrate. Happy birthday, Bail. Happy birthday, Earl Martin Felon. Happy birthday, staff. Happy birthday, board of directors. Happy birthday, donors and supporters. Happy birthday. 15 great years and about 75 more to go. God bless you, and God thank you for listening today. Have a good time.